is kind of in the middle of another vlog. I've already begun the process of shooting the Harley and the Wolf music video. Last week we shot at the OES Centre and tonight we're shooting in the Palm House supporting 100th, which is sweet. You would hardly think it, seeing as it is beautiful outside right now, but the weather forecast is due to take a drastic turn. It is due to be very, very, very wet. We're talking weather warning, exclamation mark. The plan is for now, after sound check and after food, go out, shoot some rainy nighttime street photography. It is barely spitting. Barely. I think photographers and videographers are the only people that are disappointed when it doesn't rain.
Hey, shit.
Harley and the Wolf set is over. They were awesome. I asked the guy on the door, like, do I need a stamp or a wristband or anything to come back in? And he just said, oh no, the camera's enough. So there you go. Bring a camera to a gig and you get in for free, apparently. I don't use my lens hoods, but note to self, rainy photography, you definitely need your lens hood because my lens is getting soaked. This car nearly ran me over, like seriously nearly ran me over. I missed my fucking shot. Had so many looks doing this tonight. Honestly, you could be walking around naked and get less looks than you do walking around holding the camera. No exaggeration, sat for 5 minutes on my bum waiting for that one shot. Lovely conversation with that guy there. I thought he was a crazy drunk guy. Turns out he's a photographer, saw me doing what I was doing. I think we sort of spot our own. Took out his phone and started showing me a pile of stuff that he was shooting tonight as well.
To McDonald's. It's going to happen.
My last meal, not as a father, was McDonald's, which I ate off of a bin.
Oh yeah, thank you.
There's nothing much really else to say other than I like the way it's wet and all reflective in that photo for all of these, so you can basically just copy and paste that exact same sentiment for all of them. There's a couple that I'll specifically go over here. That Brooklyn Square one, if I may say so, I think that is pretty damn sweet. I love that photo. I don't say that a lot. I'm kind of down on myself as a photographer. I'm just gonna say I love that photo. I think that's awesome. Just some pretty generic reflection-y kind of stuff. Nothing, nothing out of the ordinary. Pokeballs, reflections. I love the raindrops in that one and just the shadow on the ground of the cyclist. I think that looks pretty sweet. I really like that one. So this one, I legit nearly got run over. I was sort of standing, fair enough, I was a wee bit on the road, but I was on the double yellow lines, maybe 1 foot on the curb or whatever. This car just flat out came straight at me, like at decent speed. I genuinely had to properly move out of the way. I really like this one, but one thing that really annoyed me was the color of the street lights. Now I was going through my white balance settings and I just could not find one that just neutralized the horrible dirty orange. That's what I would call that type of light, dirty orange. The orange light on the double yellow lines, it just looked horrible and dirty. Did my best with the edit. Anyway, I think it turned out okay. In the original photo, there was a car just behind her, which really annoyed me. So what I did was I layered another shot on top of it, lined it all up as best as I could, and then just erased out the car in one of the layers so that that's actually 2 images in one. Not a big, Photoshop kind of guy. I don't really do a lot of image manipulation in that sense, but I think it worked out okay. There is a flaw though, if you can spot it. There's a little pink bit of light on the ground. That's actually the reflection of the car that I have cut out of the image. If you really study that image, that little bit of sort of red pinky light shouldn't be there because there's nothing above the water that's actually projecting that color of light onto it. It's a flaw, but I actually quite like it. It just adds a little extra bit of color. The guy's smoking. I think this one was actually really cool. I just love the way the light's just shining down on top of him. It makes him look quite ominous. I really like this one. I just love, there's the big screen, there's the reflection of, is that the Brooklyn Square on the bus, then there's the reflection of the brake lights on the bus, and there's the reflection of the screen, then there's the light of the Centris shop in the background. It's a big mess of light and reflections and everything. Really like it. I genuinely don't actually mind that she's out of focus. I think it kind of looks a bit more moody. I don't know, maybe I'm just making excuses. Maybe she should be in focus and that's a crap photo, but I like it. Stuff you. More reflections and Pokeballs. This day next week I am going to Glasgow to film number 9 of my 100 shots of 100 cities. By the time that this video is out, I will have shot that, so you can expect the final edit of that plus a little background vlog in the next coming weeks. Really appreciate it if you could subscribe, like, all that stuff, and I'll see you next time.